Well, it was kind of like the recruiting process, I guess you could say. It was kind of a lot of people coming at you, and you don't really know what to expect with it. But I felt with Domann Pittman, I felt real comfortable, and I got a good recommendation from my head coach and some other players that are with Domann Pittman now, and I just felt real comfortable with you guys, with just even off the field stuff. I could talk to Craig and all you guys about anything. So the relationship that I have with Domann Pittman it's great. I can talk to him about anything on or off the field, whether it's a problem I have with football or if it's just a problem I have with everyday life. So it's a great relationship that I have with him. It's respect from both sides, trust, and integrity. It's got to be somebody that you trust and that you can talk to about anything. It's not just all about football and all about money. It's about the relationship that you have, where you could really put yourself and trust them that they're going to do a good job. And I think it was just a combination of everything. It's a good balance of experience, just the relationship that I built with Craig, and just how much I trust him. I think that's what separates it from everything else. I think just look for somebody who's a professional all the time and somebody that you can trust.
Well, Craig contacted me early, and it was a matter of narrowing it down. I kind of threw all of the guys who had wanted to be agents for me at my parents and said, I'm not dealing with these till football season is over, but you guys know, the sort of character people that we're looking for. And they kind of whittled it down to 2, and at the end of the day, it was a matter of character, reliability, trust, most importantly, and also faith. It was more than just about football with Craig, with Domann Pittman in general. This praise with the pros thing, no one else that contacted me had anything else like it. The opportunities to not just play professional football, but use that platform to affect other people were really apparent with Domann Pittman. I would tell them that their son is going to receive the highest quality work that they can possibly get in terms of an agency. They're not going to be pigeonholed. They're not going to be just kind of shuffled into a pile of papers with a bunch of other guys. They're really going to get that. It's a practically one-on-one experience. The Domann Pittman agency has so many experienced people working that they know the system, they know the ins and outs of it, and their perspective is football, and it's your business, and it's trying to get your son the most money possible, certainly, but at the same time, money isn't the end goal. It's a personal contract. It's one-on-one. It's getting to know someone and building a relationship and helping them to be better people, not just better football players.
I just, I felt like they were shooting me straight, and they were honest. And, you don't always, which is, sometimes it's hard to hear everything, and people would be honest with you, but it's the most important thing too for your career, I think it's been a great experience, and I don't know if I felt this from other agencies that I've talked to, that there was a genuine goodness about them, and they cared for my well-being and weren't out to get ahead at any means necessary. I've seen guys that have agents that have all kinds of little side hookups, the hotel rooms, things like that, which is nice, and it's fun, but I don't know if that's substantial in what's really important. And to me, that's having someone you can trust and someone that's going to have your back through the ups and through the downs. And I think Domann Pittman has that characteristic about him.
Well, they really pride themselves in that, and I feel that's an important trait, just because I know a lot of other people with agents who sign them, and once they sign them, they don't talk to them until their next contract. But I always keep in contact with Craig. We talk whenever I need him. He's there for me, and he checks in on me every so often, so I really like that. If I was sitting across from one of my teammates right now, talking to him about agent choosing and Domann Pittman, it would probably be after the game's over, they're still going to be there for you, because when I talked to Mike Minner, it seemed like him and Craig still had a good relationship, and that really persuaded me a lot.
So 5 years ago, you were looking at potential agents. What made you decide on Domann Pittman?
The experience. You know, I had a couple other agents, but they're still young in the business, and you know, you guys got a lot of experience. You know, Craig and Drew, you know, they got a lot of, you know, knowledge of what they're doing in 20+ years, I think, and you know, you can't pass that. You know, if you guys committed to me that hard, you know, might as well, you know, commit to you guys.
You've been in the locker room now for a number of years, and you've seen your other teammates and their agents and so forth. What do you think makes Domann and Pittman unique?
You can just see all the signings, you know, that you guys have been doing, you know, second and third contract. You know, for me, myself, I'm from Hawaii, and, you know, who would have thought I would have went, you know, third or fourth round, but, you know, with you guys, I think you guys helped me out to be in the second rounder. So, I mean, you guys did a lot for me, and I would never thought that I would go first day in the NFL draft. So I'm happy. Just be smart. Watch these agents nowadays. You know, there's certain agents out there, you know, that would feed you, you know, with a lot of stuff, and you can see it in their faces, and you know, they're being honest, and you know, you gotta have people who's honest to you. That you can't tell a kid that, you know, you're gonna be a first rounder, but he ends up a free agent, and you know, the whole family's mad, you know. So you have Craig and Julie, you know, they're honest to me, and you know, just gotta have honest people around you. And look at me, what they made, you know, me become 4 years ago. You know, I went in the first day. I mean, who would have thought? But you know, just gotta look at your guys' background. You know, all the guys that you guys have, and if you know, if he's a lineman, you know, this is a great company for offensive linemen, I think.
Of all the guys I talked to, he just seemed like the most just down-to-earth, normal guy that I could relate to, and that's really all I was looking for. I was looking for someone who wasn't going to blow a lot of smoke and tell me I was better than I was, because, you know, an agent, no matter what they can do for you, they can't make you a better football player. That's up to you, and they can't, no matter what they say to you about how good you are, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make you better overnight, so it's not something I was looking for out of an agent. Some of the guys try to do that, and it's just really kind of turned me off from those guys. But yeah, Craig he seemed the most normal and most just down-to-earth, genuine guy, so that's kind of why I ended up going with Domann and Pittman. Your gut feeling is usually that, I mean, it's there for a reason. It's usually, if you feel comfortable with someone, feel good about something, it's usually right. So that's, I guess, why I picked, you know, Domann and Pittman, and that's why, you know, I think that would help. Just when you're talking to these guys, if you have a feeling you might be kind of a shady character, it's not worth it to just, oh, I'll trust him, or oh, maybe he's all right. It's just go with your gut and find someone that you can relate to. Supportive, I guess, resourceful, informational. I mean, you hear a lot. You don't really know what to expect because it's not like you've ever done it before, been through the process, but he has a lot of good information that, I mean, I've checked with guys who, I guess, former players, former teammates who've been through the process, and I mean, everything that, you know, I've heard from Domann and Pittman and stuff is really what, you know, these guys have gone through. So it's good information, it's helpful, and it's definitely been something that's been useful to have. I mean, as far as an agent, he's done everything that I can, you know, ask is anything that he can do. I mean, the rest is, you know, up to me as a football player. But it's been, I mean, he's given me a lot of great information. He's been supportive and given me a lot of, you know, advice and helped me out, you know, whether it's, you know, setting up workouts or setting up, you know, flight information to go visit teams before the draft. So it's been nice in that regard. He's been very helpful, and everything's been smooth. It's been very smooth. So.